for tuning in for another edition of Soul Water Saturdays. My name is Beauty N Barzz, and hello to you all. I know that I have been off for a few weeks. If you guys did not know, I announced that I am expecting a child, another little boy. So a sister just been going through the motions. I have just been tired, but this is something I do for the Lord. This is one of my works. This is something I love to do. I love to reach the people. I love to talk to the people. So I had to come back in full effect. So welcome back to all my Soul Water viewers, and thank you so much for tuning in. For this edition of Soul Water Saturdays, I have a bit of a word combined with some poetry. So what do you guys think we're going to be talking about today? My poem goes with what I'm going to be speaking about. I actually got back in the poetic atmosphere this past, let me see, what day was that? Thursday. I went to a open mic at SoZo. I haven't been to SoZo in like almost 2 years, if not 2 years. And it was amazing to be there. As you guys know, the COVID thing happened and the whole world pretty much was shut down for a whole year. Yeah, a whole year. So that whole year I hadn't went to any open mics or anything, of course, because we were kind of on the lockdown. And then once it was time to get back out there, SoZo was not open yet. So now that they're open and they're doing the open mics every month again, I went and I had a good time. I really enjoyed myself. I went with my husband and my sons, my 4 sons. It was a good time, It was a little bit of a distraction being with my boys, but it was still a wonderful time. I got to listen to a lot of poets perform. I got to listen to a variety of different works, and I got to get my butt up there and get back into the swing of things. So they do an open mic every first of the month, first Thursday of the month. So every first Thursday of the month, SoZo Coffeehouse, and it is in Chandler. So if you type in SoZo, and you'll see it come up. It'll be SoZo Coffeehouse, and it's in Chandler. So if you guys want to come, you want to support Kingdom Tears, or you just want to come to just have some coffee and listen to some poetry, every first Thursday of the month. So yes, I got back out there. It was so much fun. It was a great atmosphere. It was really peaceful. Everybody was really kind. And I got to share my poem, which I will discuss a little bit later before I go into the clip. So for today's edition of Soul Water Saturday, I will be talking to you guys about settling. And what I mean by settling is, sometimes as people, we tend to settle for less. We know that we're worth more. We know that we could be doing more. We know that there's more for us out there, but we choose to settle. So why do we settle? Well, I can't answer that in the fullest capacity because I don't know why other people settle. I'll speak for myself. In life, I've settled for things because I didn't feel like I was worthy of greater things. As a child, sometimes you hear things that may be detrimental to you when you get older. Maybe somebody didn't believe in you, or they weren't there for you like you needed them to be. When you were doing something that you felt was a big accomplishment, they weren't there to support you. Or when you were doing something that you really had a passion for, maybe they tore you down with their words. A lot of that comes from the support they receive as a child. So it's just generational things trickled down, and it leaves us like, dang, I never had anybody backing me up, or I never had anybody believe in me. So when it comes time to do something big, you're still putting those limitations on yourself, and you don't believe in yourself either. And settling could come in many forms. It could be in a relationship. It could be you settle for a car at a dealership. Maybe you settle for a house when you know that you deserve a bigger, better house. Maybe you settle for a job when you know that you're worth a career. Maybe you stop doing your works for the Lord because you see people doing the same thing that you're doing, but you feel like they're so great at it. And you feel like, well, why should I compete against them. They're so much greater. So you settle and you're just like, you know what, I'm just going to throw in the towel for this. I will admit, with even doing Soul Water Saturdays, there are a lot of people that are on YouTube. You know, a lot of people are trying to get paid and stuff like that. Luckily, I don't do it for anything like that. I do it to just really reach people, and I do it as my mission for the Lord. Because if I did and I looked at all the other people on YouTube, people that are YouTube famous, it would be discouraging. But I keep pushing because this is something I have a passion for. This is a way for me to reach people. This is something that the Lord has for me. So I'm not doing it for the same reasons as others, which continues to push me to move forward. But for people that get intimidated by YouTube and get intimidated by, you know, other speakers and other poets and things like that, it could be really disheartening because they may not feel like they're good enough. They may not feel like they're worthy. And then it causes you to stop or become stagnant. Lately, I've been going over a lot of things when it comes to mindset and when it comes to rewiring your mental blueprint, because when we're coming up, it's a lot of things that affect us when it comes to our mentality and the way that we think. And that ties into settling, because we settle for what we feel like we deserve when God knows what we truly deserve. We deserve everything in this world because God gave us dominion over this world, but we tend to settle for the small things because that goes with our blueprint, our mental blueprint that's been it's been basically engraved within us. So I've been going over how to undo that blueprint that we have in our minds and how to transform that into a more empowering, more financially successful, and a smarter blueprint, like something way better than it's been instilled in me. So I've been reading about a lot about how to become a millionaire. I've been listening to this audiobook about a millionaire mindset, and I've been limiting distractions, limiting the people that you hang with that aren't going anywhere in life, or I've been limiting negative influences as well, because stuff like that causes you to settle for less. Like, we deserve the world, but yet we settle for very little. I'll speak for myself personally. I know that I deserve whatever home in this world that I want. Okay, let's not talk long-term goals. Let's talk short-term goals. Right now, my desire for myself is a big home for my family, a great neighborhood for my boys to grow up, you know, something with a huge backyard for them to be able to play, a huge pantry, things like that. And I know that I deserve that, but because of the things that's been engraved in me and the things that I've heard all my life, it caused me to settle for whatever I could get. And the home that I'm in, it's a blessing. Every roof over our head is a blessing. You know, my sons have a roof over their heads. They're happy. They have their own rooms and things like that. But it's not what I desire. And it's not what I like. But I'm grateful for it. But I settled. And I realized that. So no more settling for me. The stuff that I've been listening to and just been really downloading into my subconscious mind has been really empowering. And it's really helping me to move forward with what I deserve. So for my viewers out there, I know that you've settled for some things. What are some things that you've settled for? What are some areas that you've settled? What do you think your life would be like? What do you think your world would look like if you never settled? So discuss that with me. If you comment on this video or if you share it, tell me something that you've settled for. Tell me what it is that you really desire. Tell me how it is that you feel. Do you believe that you deserve more, or do you just think that you deserve more? Because there's a difference. A lot of people, it'll be a thought like, I deserve better than this, but they're not making the necessary steps to get better or to be better or to be in a better situation. Let's talk about a relationship. they feel like, I think I deserve better than this in a relationship, yet they continue to stick to that toxic person, or that person that's not helping them advance, or that person that's not pushing them towards their vision, because they've settled and they just feel like, oh, well, I'm comfortable here. When you settle, that causes comfortability. And when you're comfortable, you're stagnant. You're not moving. You're not growing. So in order to grow, you have to get uncomfortable. You have to stop settling. You deserve the best, not less. So what is something that you've settled for? Please like, share, and comment, and let me know. And next topic, like I said, I went to SoZo Coffeehouse and I shared a poem. And the poem that I shared is called Why Settle? And Why Settle is about my personal journey. It's about what I had been going through. I'd been stagnant, not wanting to do anything, not moving, not advancing, not even caring. I just been watching Lifetime. I've been watching Amazon Prime, and I was okay with doing just that. You know, I hadn't even been getting up in the early mornings and, you know, meditating and praying and doing the things that I know keep me at peace. I hadn't been doing any of that. I didn't even care. I was stagnant. I had settled for nothing because I wasn't even moving. And that was me. So I wrote a poem called Why Settle? And it was about me. So here it goes. But the first poem I'm going to be doing is called Why Settle? And I wrote this poem because lately I've been going through a phase where I feel like I'm settling instead of being the best me that I could be. So it's easier for me to write from a place of personal experience. Open your eyes and capture the moment. A snapshot of a world that speaks of riches but doesn't want it. Mediocrity surrounded like a swarm of bees. I'll be rich one day, the people say, but do they believe? God created us to dominate the world in our palms. So why do we settle for little to none? We'll have a vision so vivid that it lights up the night, but we'll throw in the towel and let the world dim our light. What happened to your drive? Have you lost your sight? Your victory was on the rise till you surrendered your fight. You were soaring with the eagles. Now you're flocking with pigeons, because nothing rots faster than a man with no vision. You deserve millions, yet you settle for change. You deserve joy, and you settle for pain. You deserve to glow, yet you settle for dark. You deserve love instead of jabs to the heart. You deserve to be a champ, yet you claim defeat. You deserve precious jewels and rubies thrown at your feet. You deserve to possess anything you desire to own. Why do we settle for peasantry instead of the throne? Comfortability is humility, and settlers are chumps. I'd rather surround myself by the rich than eat with the skunks. Someone will always hate you and keep your name in their mouth. It's a cold way to the top. Don't let the world spit you out. Just remember that you were given dominion by God. So why settle for the ghettos when there's mansions and yachts? To be content with being a settler is to parade with the fools. So climb the ladder to success. The world is counting on you. So how did you guys enjoy that poem? I hope you really liked it. I hope it spoke to you in some way. And I hope it's a reminder that we shouldn't settle for anything less than we deserve. So if you're settling for something and you know you deserve better, go and get that better. But thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for everything you do. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting Soul Water Saturdays, for supporting Kingdom Tears, for supporting Beauty N Barzz. I love you all as usual. And let's talk about some news. I am still pondering on if I want to do another Zoom before I have the baby. So stay tuned with that. My baby is due in November, so Soul Water Saturdays will be on a halt then, because I will have a newborn at home and I have to adjust to being a mother of a newborn, as well as to a 4-year-old, a 5-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 3-year-old. So I'll be settling in with the baby. So I'll let you guys know when I am coming to a pause with Saltwater Saturdays. I will be back. Saltwater Saturdays is not done. I might even do some exclusives every once in a while, but I will be on a pause when it's time to have a baby. But I will keep you guys up to date and informed if I will be doing another Kingdom Fam open mic before I do have the baby. But that is all the news for now. Once again, thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for sharing the word about Saltwater Saturdays. Thank you for sharing the word about everything that I do. About Kingdom Creations, my clothing line. Thank you for sharing that. Everybody that shares that, everybody that goes to kingdomcreations.com and purchases a shirt. I'm thankful for you all. I'm thankful for all the support in my journey of being that millionaire. But I love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. I will talk to you guys soon and have a wonderful day.
What makes a man? Whether he makes minuscule amounts or rakes in several grand, perhaps the massive factor if you'd rather retract or clasp and shake my hand. As to make a living is what makes a man. Or is that what she allows to die? Because how does a flower's life hinges on which values towers? The sweetness of victories are soon bounces out.
Air in our lungs to bring love and peace to our homes, as love does to us for it brings creation's joy with no other time. The grass waves to bring
my last breath. Why do I only just see them in my mouth? It's been months and years since I've been out. They've been rattling, hanging around my neck. How was I supposed to know they'd be my death?
You love me, so I'm feeling good. Say but not soft, you get that understood. God got me doing things I never would.